today, the annual Rear of the Year Awards took place in London, celebrating the best backsides in showbiz. So, next to me, the girl who'll take no ifs and no buts unless they're well-rounded and properly pert. It's Zoe Tyler.
And back at my side for the first time this week, it's Sherrie Hewson.
Yes, come on, let's hear you. That's better. Now, surely the contender for the Yorkshire Rear of the Year is our very own Jane McDonald.
I'm no longer living in fear of her ear. It's the gorgeous Andrea McLean.
Plus, lined up in the loose lounge are a man who says he's a grumpy old rock star, but we say he's a true king of the keyboard, Rick Wakeman, and alongside him, the multi-talented and delightfully dishy Duncan James. And as Danny Cipriani and Kelly Brooks step out on the town together for the first time, later on we'll be working out how to secure that all-important second date. But first, how fabulous was the other night? I haven't seen you all since
I haven't seen you since either. It was amazing, wasn't it?
I mean, I know it's Wednesday, and I know everyone at home probably thinking, come on, but, you know, I don't win anything very often.
No, because we're very proud.
I did actually run off for 5 minutes with the award just to... because I didn't want anyone else to hold it.
Yeah.
Just for 5 minutes. It was fantastic, wasn't it?
And then the police caught up with you, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah. I had to bring it back.
You went home quite early, though.
I'm a good girl, yeah. I left before the party. I was tired. Yeah, I was tired.
Notice. Oh, Colleen and I went home and we had tea.
Oh.
Isn't that boring? They were all having a lot to drink and we had tea, but the funny thing was I was sitting in the hotel and she started to peel off her eyelashes and then she said, she was fiddling with her hair and I thought, what's she doing? She said, could you take my hair out? And all her hair was extensions. And there was all these people and I thought, and I said to have I got to take anything else off? She's going to peel everything off, but these are real, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
not mine. I mean, mine are. Oh, girl.
Oh, those are definitely real,
Yes,
Kelly.
they are.
But you were not so Snow White, if I remember.
What do you mean?
Yes.
You stayed right to the very bitter end.
I did. Like I said, don't get out much.
You
but
were
when
a little tipsy too, weren't you?
yes, I was. Yeah. It was brilliant. It was really good. I did. I stayed right till the bitter end, kind of hanging on to the bar. Do we have to go home? Yeah. And I'd kind of had plans for the next day, you know, get up, take Finley to school and all this sort of stuff. He was off school all the next day with a sore tummy and a bad tummy, if you know what I mean, which is really not what you want when you're feeling as bad as I did. Yes.
Never mind.
Bless him.
Next year.
Yeah, next year. Next year.
I'll stay to the party next year.
Okay. It was worth it. Okay, talking of hair, as we were, Posh is in all the papers this morning with her brand new do. She's gone for quite a close, well, some would call it sort of gammon. Is that yeah. I don't mean gammon as in steak. I mean gammon. What do you think? Do you like it?
I don't care. I really don't care. I just... You know, I get the paper this morning, front page news, all that we can see is, oh my gosh, Posh has got a new haircut.
I know.
Who cares if she's got a new haircut? I'm not bothered what she wears. I'm not bothered how thin she is, how fat she is. I'm not bothered what hairstyle she's got, what colour hair she is this week. Who gives a monkeys?
Well, can I just say, you know...
Clearly not you.
All the papers, you know, and we've got a big stack of them here, and of course everyone's going on about, you know, the Big Bang and this big scientific experiment and all this sort of stuff, and I'm afraid went, oh, they're going to... Posh has had a haircut. I did.
What are you like?
Shallow.
Actually, I don't like it at all. And I think short hair can make you look a lot older, and I think it's made her look strange, you know. She's got no hair now. Yeah. And I just don't think it... I mean, I just think it's sad, you know. She just looks like this little pixie.
I think that's the whole point, is it not? That she looks like a pixie.
No,
she's a very pretty pixie. I mean, I think it looks really nice, and I think you have to be really brave, don't you, to go with that really I'd love to be that brave. I haven't got the right shaped face for it.
No, don't.
But I'd like to be, and I just think, you know, we hang on to our long hair to make us feel younger, don't we?
I have to say, I think it really suits her because she's very chiselled, and like I say, there's not many people can sort of get away with it. No. It looks, and you know, there's not many people have the right ears for it. You have to have the right shaped head and not sticky outy ears.
No, she needs to eat something. I'm sorry, but she just looks like...
Her face is white
I know.
I think we're together on this, aren't we, love?
Absolutely, yes.
Goodness.
Would you ever be brave enough to cut all your long... Because your long hair's sort of, you know, a trademark, isn't it?
It is now, because somebody did cut it. And I was tricked into it, you know. Yes, I had the mane of hair, if you remember, the big perm. Do you remember the cruise? Oh, dear. And I can see why somebody did that, because it wasn't the best look I'd ever had in the world. But it was my look, and I liked my look, if you know what I'm saying, girls. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, somebody put me in this chair in a big London salon and said, cut it off, just cut it off. And I cried. I absolutely cried. Because I looked like a boy. I looked like a boy, it just did not suit me. I like my long hair, and if anybody ever comes near me with scissors, I will stab
So do
them.
you find that you have to stick to, you know, what you know? Because, you know, finding a good hairdresser, it becomes a very personal thing. There's even the Guardian columnist, Michelle Hansen. Now, she's having a bit of a dilemma at the moment. It was in the Guardian today. You know, her daughter is trying to convince her to, you know, ditch her hairdresser she's been with for years and to come to her hairdresser who'll zhuzh her up a little bit. But are you saying, you know, you stick to what you know, what suits you?
Very important. You have a relationship with your hairdresser. They know exactly your personality. They've got to know you. They know where you go on your holidays, don't they? They always ask about that.
And you tell them secrets,
You do.
don't you? Why do we do that?
I know, I don't know, because somebody's doing that to you there. Maybe that's it. But they know what you like. They know how you look. I've got James and Stacey in Wakefield, who are just the best stylists. I'm so lucky to have them. But they have been with me for such a long time, and I quite like my hair now.
Oh,
so,
see, I envy you.
Why?
You know that I think it's really important, like you said, for a woman to have her, you know, appointment with a hairdresser. Never had one. Because my mum and sister own hairdressers every time I go to Birmingham. So I don't get all that nicey treatment. Now I'm like, put your head back, got 5 minutes. And it's like, I don't get any head massages.
That's like being married, that, isn't it?
Jane McDonald. But I know what you mean. In a slightly different way, I know what you mean. Because my mum used to be a hairdresser, and when I was a teenager, I used to come home, you know, from school, and there it would be sitting on the table, the Tony and Guy home perm kit, and she'd say, "You need a wee perm. Your hair is looking awfully lank." And so she would cut it first, and you know, my mum's abroad at the moment, so I can say this. She was really good.
No.
And the fringe would be like that, and then she would perm it. You know, people say, you know, you married your first boyfriend. I was so pathetically grateful that somebody actually asked me out, because I looked about 104 when I was at school.
Well, I have to just tell you something now. You're talking to a hairdresser. Well, a would-be hairdresser. I am obsessed with being a hairdresser because I colour... If you stood there long enough, I'd colour your hair. I've got everything. I've got the ticket for the wholesalers. I've got the pots. I've got the things. I've got, you know, I've got the lot. I used to do it on my dog. I used to colour all his hair. I used to do it on my dad, only at the back, so he couldn't see. And I do low lights.
Have you had any training, though?
No.
No?
I do low lights, I do highlights, I do cutting, I do styling,
Do you do
I do
your own?
shaping.
Do you do your own hair?
I do it all. No, I don't do my own hair. No, I'm just so obsessed with being a hairdresser. I get so excited. It's orgasmic.
Oh, Sherrie Hewson.
Really?
Yes, it is. Look.
Sherrie,